Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the top 10 tips for starting out in big ambitions. These tips will help you as you make your way into starting a game that you will find beneficial. Tip number 1. Only buy what you need and not necessarily what you want, okay? So, the reasoning behind that is, if you buy the things that you want, when it comes time to buy the things that you need, you won't have the money to do so. Because you gotta remember, you only starting out with a certain amount of money. So, you have to be smart about it, okay? Tip number 2. Take out a loan if you really need it. If you really need it, take it out. It's fine. Because you can set up a payment plan. You can pay as much as you want or as little as you want. It'll be totally up to you. Tip number 3. Check the Market Insider for businesses that are in high demand. This will determine what businesses you should start. Okay, so when you are on the Market Insider, you got like, let me see, I think it's like 3 or 4 different neighborhoods. Okay? And so you want to check to see what businesses are in high demand in those neighborhoods. So that way you can start your business and be profitable with it. Tip number 4. You're going to start HQ and hire HR managers. You're going to hire 3 HR managers, okay? You're going to hire HR manager that has a contract for the silver insurance, the bronze insurance, and the gold insurance. Because as you progress along the game, your employees will demand insurance. So you want to make sure that you have all 3 of those contracts covered. So whenever your employees demand that, you can give them that insurance. You're going to hire at least 1 logistics manager, and that person is going to be responsible for the warehouse. Okay? You're going to need 4 purchasing agents because you're going to need 4 different contracts to get the products for your businesses that you need. And you can either hire a headhunter or you can wait and just do the employment agencies to recruit employees for your businesses. That decision will be up to you. Tip number 5. You're going to hire staff for your businesses and train them to at least, I would say, 80%. And you got to pay attention to their demands and their wants, because that can have an impact on your businesses. Tip number 6. You're going to set up contracts to get supplies for your business. Very important. Tip number 7. You're going to buy a warehouse, preferably with 2 vehicle slots. But if you can't, you don't have the money to buy the warehouse with the 2 vehicle slots, it's okay to buy the warehouse with 1 vehicle slot. And starting out, you're probably only going to have the money to buy a van, and that's fine. Eventually, you're going to want to get a truck. Okay? Tip number 8. You're going to buy a delivery vehicle, at least 1, and hire a delivery driver, as well as train that delivery driver. I would say the delivery driver needs to be at least 90% or above. And the reason is because if you got that delivery driver trained at least 90% or above, then they can potentially drive that truck whenever you get that truck. And the thing with employees, this is just a sidebar. The thing with the employees, once you hire your employees, you want to assign them to HR managers. And that the reason also, besides getting insurance, is so that they can, if the employee is out, they have staff that can substitute in and cover that position. So that's very important to be able to assign your employees to the HR manager. Okay, tip number 9. If you're happy, your employees will be happy. Okay? You definitely need a work-life balance. And how do you get that? Well, I'm glad you asked, because you will need to buy some gym equipment and or gaming computer, a desk and a chair, or you can walk around in the park. That's fine too. And then you also want to make sure you get plenty of rest. So sleeping and eating, you have to make sure you check on his levels and make sure that everything is at least 70%, if you can get it, or higher. Right? And then last, certainly not least, the last tip of the day. Be willing to step in and help out where needed. The reason is because you're going to have staff shortages, you may or may not, and then you also may have to deliver products to your stores. Okay? And the good thing about this game is you don't have to worry about stocking the shelves, because as long as you have the products in your businesses, your employees actually stock the shelves for you. So that is a good thing about this game. Now, I'm not even going to tell you a story. So when I first started the game, I was going around restocking the shelves myself, okay? Until I realized, wait a minute, the employees actually do it as long as the stuff is in there. So that is a good thing. So I'm just gonna let you all enjoy some of this little gameplay, and I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I hope that this video helps you along the way as you play Big Ambitions. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Peace.